New this morning, thank you for your service. That is the last line on the USAID website at this moment, and it's a directive sent out to thousands of staff told they will be on leave as of Friday. With us now, Dr. Atul Gawande, former head of global health for USAID. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us. So what happens on Friday? Where will these losses, how will these losses be felt?
You have to understand, you cannot pause an airplane in mid-flight and fire the crew, but this oligarch with unchecked power is doing that to the entirety of our foreign assistance worldwide, our life-saving foreign assistance worldwide. We are damaging U.S. capacity, U.S. standing, and also harming lives. These are programs that range from eradicating polio to fighting outbreaks that are occurring right now. Bird flu monitoring is being shut down, is already shut down. It's already closed. And so this is the demolition, unconstitutional demolition of a critical agency. And it is, it's gonna cost lives.
How will it impact, for instance, fighting malaria?
The entire malaria team is wiped out, including some of the top world experts in malaria. Programs involving thousands of people around the world, distributing millions of bed nets, providing for children who, it's one of the top killers of children in areas that have malaria around the world. And those treatments and diagnostics gone, and the people who take care of them laid off. Thousands of people around the world who are terminated. It is, how does that make us stronger? How does that make us safer? We had return of malaria to the United States just this past summer.
So Elon Musk says that USAID is not an apple with a worm. He says it's a ball of worms, a criminal organization, he says. So what would you say to Elon Musk?
It is, I don't know if it's ignorance or indifference. I fear it is both. This is an agency founded by John F. Kennedy in 1961 as our vehicle for providing the hearts and minds, winning hearts and minds around the world. It is our largest civilian operational capacity for extending abroad. These are the people who eradicated smallpox already from the world, were able to take in India and stop famine there, and then help India become an exporter and a partner to the United States. This is so far from the truth to call these people worms, describe it as a rogue criminal operation. They are often using words to describe their own activities. It's projection rather than the reality of what we have. And the damage of removing overnight this entire capacity, the systems of checks and balances have failed, and Congress has abrogated and abdicated its responsibilities.
You've seen the list of specific programs that Elon Musk and his allies and some Republicans in Congress say that USAID is funding that they feel is out of bounds, it should not be funded. What do you say to those?
Look, there is a debate over whether there should be diversity programs, whether HIV clinics should treat transgender people who have HIV. Like, this is an argument we can have over a small component of this budget, but you don't destroy the entire organization. Policy changes from administration to administration, and we can look at this program, the different programs. But we're talking about in global health, for example, it's half the budget of my hospital where I practice surgery, and it is reaching hundreds of millions of people with work being done through Catholic Relief Services, Save the Children. These are not criminal enterprises. These are not rogue operations. These are vital capabilities for the United States.
I have to let you go, Doctor, but based on these changes, when they go into effect Friday, as a result, do you think people will die?
People already are. The pause is 2 weeks old. This is now the firing of the crew and the loss of the entire capacity for the United States. China and Russia are celebrating. Governments, I know, I've spoken to ministers of health, they are calling them, asking China, can you backstop these programs that America is walking away from? Can you make sure our people don't die from malaria? Can you make sure that 20 million people with HIV who now, as of last week, stop being able to get medication that is keeping them alive, that this can be solved? They've been trying for this, for undermining the US in this way for decades, and Elon Musk is making it happen now.
Dr. Atul Gawande, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you very much.
The U.S. agency that spends tens of billions of dollars a year on projects that feed the hungry, clean the water, and provide life-saving health care on all corners of the planet is being shut down. Just hours ago, staffers for the U.S. Agency for International Aid Development were told they are being placed on leave starting on Friday. The statement on the USAID website says, "Thank you for your service." Nearly all USAID employees working overseas are being told they will be brought back to the U.S. in the next few weeks. The directive comes as the Trump administration has begun dismantling the agency and froze almost all foreign aid. It should come as no surprise that Democrats think Trump's aid cutoff is a bad idea that will harm the reputation of the U.S. around the globe. Just minutes ago, CNN spoke to a Democratic senator who serves on the Foreign Relations Committee, and he said this move is being celebrated by America's rivals on the world stage.
AID is a very important instrument of U.S. national and security policy. So when the president is talking about shutting down AID, this is another case, John, where our adversaries are cheering. China's cheering, Russia's cheering. In fact, one of Putin's cronies tweeted out right away, good work, Elon, because they would like to see the United States retreat. These development programs are a tiny part of our budget, but if you ask anybody in the United States military, they will say that those investments are a force multiplier. And so this is another case where the president is serving the interests of our adversaries, and they're doing it in illegal manners.
Meanwhile, the CIA is offering its entire workforce a buyout offer. It's part of Donald Trump's plan to shrink the federal government. Here's how it works. Federal employees can quit their jobs and receive roughly 8 months of pay and benefits. The CIA says it will infuse the agency with renewed energy. A source tells CNN some CIA jobs and areas of expertise are likely to be exempt, so to not weaken the agency. CNN senior law enforcement analyst Andrew McCabe is formerly the FBI's deputy director, and he tells CNN's John Berman what he thinks the effect will be on the agency.
To release those people, to encourage them or badger them into leaving the agency en masse would create a significant drain of not just capacity because of the numbers of folks that might go, but also deprive the agency and the country of the expertise and the unique perspective that these folks have because of the work that they've been doing. That is not a source that you can just tap in the private sector and bring people in. This is something that's built up over years and years of really hard work, and it would be very, very damaging to the agency's ability to continue functioning at a high level.